been a minute. What a crazy couple of days. Where do I start? First off, I am absolutely humbled by just how much the channel has grown in just the 4 days I've been here. Or maybe a different way to word that is, I'm absolutely humbled by how many of you think that this channel offers something worthwhile or worth watching or listening to. This has been probably the most important few days of not just my career as a musicologist, Nordic studies scholar specializing in Nordic music, but just on a personal level too. This is, I've been talking with a lot of friends here and they also feel the same way, but at least for me, okay, how do I put this? Here's the deal. When I was in high school, all I loved was music. Music was music and World of Warcraft and Skyrim. They were the music, World of Warcraft, and Skyrim. That is all I really cared about when I was in high school. Specifically Nordic music. I was an electric bassist almost exclusively, and I would spend so much of my time learning songs by Amon Amarth, how to play. I was also a jazz bassist, but this was my outward thing to do was Nordic heavy metal on the bass. But then I said, music is really the only thing that drives me, so I'm going to go to school for music, because music is the only thing I can really bring myself to do full time, right? But when you go to music school in the States, unless you're lucky enough to go to something like Berkeley or something like that, you're going to be doing classical music. So slowly over time, I transferred off of the electric bass onto the upright bass. And to preface what I'm about to say, I don't have any regrets. I'm very happy with the way I've spent my life so far. But the longer I spent in a classical space, the more this side of me, the side that enjoys being here at Midgardsblot, the more this Jameson gets to, Jameson, by the way, if you haven't watched the other vlogs here at the Nordic Sound channel, I'm going to do the intro 2 minutes or 3 minutes into the video. This part of Jameson got more and more repressed because the classical music scene made me feel like this wasn't valid. And this is at the fault of no specific person, right? This is just the atmosphere in music school, be it the dinky New Hampshire State College I went to, which I say dinky lovingly, because that's what I loved about it. They were dinky enough to accept me, right? At least where I was musically at that point. I couldn't even read music, and now here I am, right? And then especially at Peabody Conservatory, right? I love all of the time I spent at Peabody Conservatory. I wouldn't trade those memories for the world, and I needed them, everything they taught me there. However, just from the atmosphere of musicology and a music conservatory at Johns Hopkins University, this part of me became repressed. And I'm learning that it is not until now, this week, that I have learned that I have been actively repressing this side of me because the atmosphere in music school tells me that this is something that you do in your something you do in your personal time, your free time. But if you are serious about being a music academic, this is some version of hippie crap. This is a heavy metal hippie crap, right? And it hasn't been until the last 2 days where I've been talking with incredible scholars in Nordic studies who I look up to, and even admire, right? Like, not to puff up your ego too much, Mateus, if you watch this, but Mateus at CU Boulder, or Runa Rasmussen at Nordic Animism, Tim Nancaro with Melbourne, or even just other, and then musicians, Jonas Lorentzen, and Josh, I'm sorry, I can't remember your last name. And also you guys with Calandra, and Vardruna and Hailung. All of you who I've met here have made me realize that I was repressing this side of me, because I was sort of trained to think that it is something to be repressed. And this whole experience here at Midgardsblot has told me to stop repressing this side of me. Not that I'm about to go totally off the rails, right? I'm still who I am. It's just, this is a side of me that I'm going to allow myself to express more as a scholar, as a musician, and especially as a public-facing scholar, right? So don't worry, the channel's still going to be about classical and folk and jazz and all of that, but I'm definitely now more comfortable saying that this is a valid part of Nordic music culture and history. It's something that I am not going to repress. That is, drinking game. How many times am I going to say repress in one sentence? So I know from talking to others, the reason I'm really sort of beating this dead horse is that many of you feel the same way. And this is your first time here just like me, and you are learning that this is something to be proud of. This is something to express freely and to be happy about. This is something to be proud of. So I wanted to get that off my chest first and foremost, that the gates are wide open now here at the Nordic Sound Channel, and Nordic music of all flavors and all kinds. Come on in, you're valid, and I want to tell people your stories. I choose the handle way back. I chose the handle The American Scald because I am American. I'm proud of being American. I'm actually really proud of the fact that Norwegians here immediately can pick me out as American. There are a lot here who's like, oh, I want to blend in. It's like, no, I'm proud of where I come from. Despite all the crap that comes with living in America right now, I am very proud of living in Colorado and being from America. But those of us who are coming here, we are all experiencing the same thing, and I wanted to put it in the vlog so others who I have not been fortunate enough to speak with in person, you're not alone. You're not alone. And this is a pretty special culture, a very special misunderstood culture that I'm going to try and do my part as a scholar, as someone at CU Boulder for Nordic Studies and Musicology. I promise, on your guys' behalf, to try and get people to understand this beautiful thing here that we have, be it the Fire in the Mountains version of this culture or the Midgardsblot version of this culture. I am now taking it on as my responsibility to help you be understood. You probably won't be understood, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna give up fighting that fight, because I think it's very important. Now, with that off my chest, I really wanted to talk about that, even if that was a little rambly. Let's talk about what I've been up to. Vardruna was an incredible experience. The lecture that Einar Selvik gave. It's funny, Einar Selvik was the person I came here to meet, and I ended up meeting everyone except Einar Selvik. So Einar, hopefully, when I see you in Denver, we'll get to meet. I know we talked briefly during the Q&A session for your talk, but I'm coming for you because you're a big part of the international Nordic music scene, and I am sitting on something thistly that is now making my leg burn. It's fine. Anyway, Nordic animism, Rune Rasmussen, you gave something that was the closest to a sermon that this whole thing could have had. You revved people up, talking about our responsibility to land connectedness. You spoke so well to how people feel like we are experiencing Ragnarok right now, and man, you resonate with people, and a lot of people resonated with what you had to talk about. So what is the point of this vlog? This is my last day here. I leave at 6 in the morning tomorrow to go back to Denver, and then I teach 12 hours after I get back into Denver. This is a beautiful experience that if you are watching this channel, if you've been following this channel, and especially if you're new, there are a lot of new people here. So welcome. If you're watching from a distance and you want to be here, but there is anything personally, I get financially, if there's something financially keeping you from being able to be here, but if there's anything personal that's keeping you from being here, but you want to be a part of it, please come. This is an experience like no other. If you have seen the videos of the drum circles that go from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m., it is worth staying up for that whole, it's worth staying up for that whole experience. It's just a type of being human, a type of humanity that we don't get to express, really. So please come to Midgardsblot. Nothing that I say in this vlog without a script off the top of my head, nothing can do it justice. What is here, the type of belonging, the type of community between total strangers, there's nothing like it. So I'm going to have more thorough thoughts put together for the podcast episode that I inevitably do about this, and again, we're going to have a lot of guests on in the future. A lot of people have said I would love to be on the podcast because I want it to be more about performers. I'm done yapping for 20 minute episodes. I'm looking forward to having some more people on there with me to spread the good word of Nordic music culture. So that's going to be I'm really excited about sort of what this channel is going to become. I feel like I've been sort of, like if you imagine a bird, a little baby bird trying to take off, sort of like hop, and now I feel like I'm getting that good jump. And I feel like there's going to be something, I feel like there's some potential here now for something really special for the Nordic music scene. It's just such an experience. I don't even really know what to say, but I felt like I didn't want to leave you guys hanging without a vlog, and hopefully some of you who have been here who are watching this, something that I've said in this long ramble has resonated with you. I'm also very sleep deprived, 2 to 3 hours a night. If that, just because I'm not sure if I actually fall asleep, because the drum circle just goes and goes and goes, and then after it ends, people are still so amped up from it. So please excuse me if I'm a little incoherent. If you've been here, you understand. We're all there. But anyway, it's sad to be over. But I miss my wife. I miss my bird. So I'm excited to go back. But what am I even talking about? I don't know. Those of you who are here, you probably relate really hard to this. Please come to Midgardsblot. It is a type of expression that you won't find anywhere else. Fire in the Mountains comes close, but Midgardsblot is different, and Fire in the Mountains is different, and that's a difference that's needed, right? But anyway, first time in Norway, I am blown away. It was funny at first. There was no culture shock because this place is so... If you're from Vermont, if you are from Vermont, this part of Norway is literally Vermont on the beach. So, if that's... So there was no culture shock there. It wasn't until the actual music and everything started. I was like, oh, this is where the unique experience comes from. So it's not so much the place that I was expecting, because it's more familiar than I would have expected being from New Hampshire. But there's so much here, like the food. I'm actually scared to go back and have American food again because it's just so, the food here is different. The people here are different, but I've got a job to do back in Colorado, so that's what I'm going to do. Thank you. So I guess this is my conclusion to this trip. Thank you to everyone who's made this trip special. Thank you to everyone who has made this trip transformative. This is a special thing we've got here, and I'm glad that I took the leap to be a part of it. Wouldn't trade anything here for the world. The friends I've made, the musical experiences I've had, especially sitting here, literally like these mountains. There are, these mountains are like 1,200. There's the other one. These mountains are about 1,200 years old, with real burials underneath. There's just so much to think about, and maybe I shouldn't have made a vlog while I'm in this headspace, but I'm too deep into it now. But I'm gonna have more coherent thoughts in a podcast episode, but I wanted maybe to have a more raw, so you guys can sort of see just like the effect that this experience has on you, that I'm just sitting here I'm hoping that this is resonating with at least one person. It's a sublime experience, to put it shortly, or to put it succinctly. It's sublime. So this is the last video I'm going to do from Norway. Because tomorrow I go straight from here to the train right to the airport, and then I head back to Colorado. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey. As I said, this channel has grown quite a bit over just the last few days. A lot of newcomers here. Welcome. I'm looking forward to getting back to the States, getting back to work, and really putting my all into this Nordic Sound project that is trying to just share this beautiful, wonderful world of Nordic music with all of you, whatever form it takes. Classical, jazz, folk, metal. Can't wait to talk more about it. And look, that sun's coming out. Oh yeah, it ended up not raining, really, so which is great. I mean, I packed for rain, so I'm a little bummed about that, but the fact that it's not raining cancels that bummedness out. So I am really bad at ending videos, but who isn't, right? So thank you guys for coming with me on this journey, and to anyone who's watching this from Midgardsblot, even if I never talked to you, just know that you were a part of the experience, just as much as anyone I talked to. So this is Jameson, signing off the Nordic Sound Channel's last Norway vlog. I'm looking forward to the months to come. I'm really excited about what I have to share with you guys about this experience and with the musicians and all that. So thank you guys. Again, really humbled from just how much the channel has grown, how much I learned from you. Hopefully you guys are learning something from me. Just a really beautiful experience, and that's how I'm gonna end it. I hope everyone watching gets to experience this at least once in their life, because there's nothing like it. So yeah, cheers, signing off. I'll see you guys in America, or from America, all right? There's this beautiful, it's just, man, I'll collect my thoughts for the podcast episode, I promise. So if you've made it this far down the episode, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.